Hi all. So thank you for all your questions and welcome to my 200, 300, and 400 subs celebration. I can't thank you all enough and thanks for joining me on this journey. I received 19 questions, so I'm going to keep my answers relatively brief in the interest of keeping this video short and to the point. Also, I think I got everyone's questions, but if I missed any, please forgive me. Let's just jump right into this. Off the Roof asks, "What are you, fucking gay?" Nice outro though. Thanks, man. I'm glad that you like the outro, and I'm definitely not gay. Twisted Mentality asked, "Godless Cranium, what's your views on Trump? Funny things, my iPad just tried to change Trump to Trip, Imp, Imus." Yeah, well, Trump is a trip. In all seriousness, I'm Canadian, so I don't have a horse in the race, but I do follow American politics closely. I didn't like Trump or Hillary, and it amazes me that a country of 300 million plus people ran those two cretins for president. However, I do like how Trump challenges the media. I think the smearing of PewDiePie by the mainstream press has opened a lot of eyes. And if they can do that to some guy on YouTube, how much can we really trust the mainstream media? I'd like to do a video on this subject in the future, but I guess basically, while I don't like Trump, I do think he was inevitable, especially considering the current political climate, the out-of-control identity politics, and the Democrats running such a horrible candidate against him. Obviously, this is a nuanced subject, and perhaps I can address it in more detail at a future date, but I hope that somewhat answers your question, Twisted Mentality. Godless Cranium, what was the primary inspiration for you to start making videos? I started out making gaming videos, and I found that I wasn't enjoying myself. So I decided to try making commentary videos and found out that I loved it. So I guess my primary inspiration was my love for gaming, and that rolled into talking about other passions of mine, such as religion, atheism, politics, and so forth. Hey GC, I heard about your channel from Bionic and she was right in saying you have way too few subscribers. Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. Your material is great. My question for you is, how long have you been an atheist? Have you always been one or did you deconvert? Thanks. Thank you very much for your kind comment, Jake. I did deconvert in a way. I believed in the whole Jesus thing growing up and my parents were very active in our church. As a kid, I even used to clean the church with my mom. I'm not sure I bought into everything though. I was a nuisance in Sunday school. My dad used to read a lot and I used to pick up his old National Geographics. I quickly found out that what they said didn't match up to what my Sunday school was teaching me. And so I would question her. The answers I got were always very dismissive. Eventually, they asked my mom to keep me with them instead of sending me to class because I was disruptive. It wasn't until my late teens and early 20s that I had investigated religious claims enough to realize I didn't believe them. Zoe Does Life asked, "Well done, dude. Your channel's grown loads recently. Here's my question. What inspired you to start your channel?" Thanks so much, Zoe. I really enjoy making videos, and the people I've been lucky enough to meet here on YouTube have been wonderfully supportive. I just answered this question, but I do think that other YouTubers such as Dark Matter 2525, Roaming Millennial, and so many more influenced me heavily as well. I think their passion is infectious, and I wanted to have my own platform to air my views. So here we are. Do you have a deconversion story? Thanks for the question, Professor Stick, and I enjoy your videos as well. I've sort of covered this already, but my deconversion, if you can call it that, was slow. It wasn't one piece of information or one conversation that finally made me admit to myself that I didn't believe in Christianity. Once I'd admitted that to myself, I then started to look into other religions and found their claims seemed equally outlandish. How many subscribers will it take for you to sell merch, or do you have some now? I'm asking because I could already imagine myself wearing a Godless Cranium t-shirt. Cool outro, by the way. Thanks, Lynn. I don't have any merch. I don't monetize my channel, and I didn't plan to until I reached at least 1,000 subscribers, which I honestly couldn't even imagine happening when I created this channel. I'm not sure how I'm going to handle that part of things, because right now I'm just focused on learning the ropes, improving my videos, finding my stride, and growing this channel. But I'm definitely not adverse to the idea if I ever get large enough to consider the possibility. Tell us about your avatar. What's the mask? The shabby suit? What's the story, bro? Also, the outro is a great place to end cards, where you link to one or two but no more previous videos you've done. Great way to get someone on a binge. Well, that's a great suggestion, and I'll certainly look into that. And beneath that comment, it said, from Michael Tuz says, "Yeah, what's the backstory of the avatar?" Well, if you look into my video archive, you'll find that I used to use a free picture. Here he is. And then I was commenting on a video and ran across another user named Marvin Animation. I figured he must make videos, so I went to check him out and binge watched a bunch of his animations. I then decided to take a shot in the dark and asked him to create an avatar for me. He kindly agreed, and he still creates new poses for me from time to time. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description box if you want to check it out for yourself. Thoughts on atheistic Satanism? Is this a trick question, Satanist sin? Religious people often accuse atheists of being agents of the devil, but I can't see not believing in a god, but believing in the supposed nemesis of that god. But if I misunderstood your question, please let me know in the comment section, and I'll do my best to clarify. Good video. Do you like coffee? I fucking love it. It's the nectar of the gods, my square art. Why? It tastes amazing? What's your favorite color? I don't really have one. I'm more into shades. I like black, white, and gray. Why? I have a dark pit where my heart should be. Do you wear boxers or briefs? Briefs. Well, both, but briefs mostly. Why? I find them far more comfortable. Is there a reason you selected a masked avatar? I wanted to be an armored skeptic clone. Nah, seriously. I didn't select what my avatar looked like. Marvin did that for me. I don't have an artistic bone in my body. He watched a few videos and looked at my channel art, and I assume created something he thought suited my style and channel. I fell in love with the avatar the moment I set eyes on him. Were you always an atheist? Did you once think you believed in a god or higher power? Basically, what is your history with religion? I've answered this in parts, but I honestly haven't heard a coherent argument for God yet. I did used to believe in a my parents told me it was true, so it must be true kind of way. But there are just too many inconsistencies in religious ideologies for me to take them seriously. At least the ones I've been able to examine so far. Decepticons or Autobots? Autobots. Dinobots, anyone? What's your Myers-Briggs? Not sure. I've never taken the test. Do you have diabetes? No. No, I do not. Do you think, from the evidence that is out there, that Jesus was a real person? I guess it's possible that Jesus or someone like Jesus lived back then, and he may have convinced some of his followers that he was the Son of God. There were many messiahs roaming around back then. But if we're going strictly by evidence, I see no reason to believe in him. Even if I did, I have no evidence-based reason to believe he was the Son of God. Do you think religion is useful? Great question, Landbark. Yeah, I do actually. I mean, nothing survives that long without providing some sort of worth. For example, religion has often served as a way for communities to get together. For some, it offered them a way to deal with grief and so on. However, I do think these things can be accomplished without having to believe in supernatural claims on insufficient evidence. Questions, How's it going, man? Fucking amazing, John. Why are you so sketchy? I was drawn that way, dear trends. Oh, the Computing Forever one will be good. What brought you into YouTube? What are you majoring in? I hope the Computing Forever one will be interesting. It's a rather long video, so it will take some doing. Anyhow, I've been a fan of YouTube a while, and I guess I felt like I wanted to try out this medium. I've always used writing before this, but I'm so happy that I tried my hand at making videos. I don't really want to give away what I've studied, etc., because at this point, I do fear that my channel could harm me career-wise, but I will say that I work in the social services field. My question will be, what made you an atheist? Was it a gradual change, or was there a sudden realization? For me, it was watching a George Carlin special on HBO. It made me seriously question, do I really believe in all that? Thanks for your question, Mark, and since I've touched on this already, here's a clip just for you.
Religion easily has the greatest bullshit story ever told. Think about it. Religion has actually convinced people that there's an invisible man living in the sky who watches everything you do every minute of every day. And the invisible man has a special list of 10 things he does not want you to do. And if you do any of these 10 things, he has a special place full of fire and smoke and burning and torture and anguish where he will send you to live and suffer and burn and choke and scream and cry forever and ever till the end of time. But he loves you.
So thank you all for your awesome questions, and I hope I answered them adequately. Thanks to everybody who hit that subscribe button, and take care and cheers.